Welcome to the Overwatch League Daily Recap, where we go over all of the games you might have missed. The first match of the day was between the Boston Uprising and the Florida Mayhem. Boston started out the match by dominating Volskaya Industries, keeping almost 5 minutes in the time bank and barely ended up with a full hold on point A. Boston went up 1-0. Lijiang got close as both teams took a point, but Boston took the third one in a close 99% contest. Boston took the lead 2-0. The Mayhem took their hint of momentum from control and looked to have some good defensive moves on Hollywood. However, Boston was still able to capture all 3 points, and Florida couldn't quite capture the second point. Boston won the series with 3 points. With one more map to go, Route 66 was Florida's chance to go slightly up in map score. On offense, Boston took the same slow and steady approach they did on Hollywood, eventually capturing all 3 points. Florida was unfortunately unable to capture even the first point, giving the series to Boston 4-0 and ending their slide. Our second match of the day started us off on Hanamura with the Los Angeles Gladiators and the Seoul Dynasty. The Gladiators looked serviceable on offense, but Seoul's zoning defense was too much and they were only able to take 1 point. The Dynasty then stormed the offense, patiently taking both points. They ended up 1-0 in the series after the first map. With how solid the Dynasty looked at contesting points, Nepal seemed to be predetermined. However, the Gladiators fought back incredibly hard and showed their prowess. They ended up taking 2 points in a row, fairly convincingly, tying up the series 1-1. On Hollywood, the Dynasty looked back in form, perhaps simply unprepared for LA on control. They held the Gladiators away from the second point and efficiently swept through their offense. Seoul went up in the series 2-1. Gibraltar showed us just how dominant the Seoul Dynasty can be. They full held the Gladiators and picked up a win in just a couple of minutes. They won the series 3-1. The last match of the day gave us the Dallas Fuel taking on the Los Angeles Valiant. Hanamura was first. Dallas grabbed a solid first point after some back and forth battling, but the Valiant were able to hold them off point B. LA were able to get through the second point fairly easily, going up in the series 1-0. Nepal gave a map to each the Fuel and the Valiant, but the Valiant showed their true strength on the third point and went up 2-0 in the match. Hollywood was next, and the Fuel started off very strong, but couldn't quite get the second point. The Valiant struck hard at their weak opponents and took the series at 3 points to nothing. After having a fairly poor showing throughout the series, Dallas somehow managed to push through an incredibly strong defense on Gibraltar and got all 3 points. They ended up saving the series from being a wipe and taking a map, ending the series 3-1. Thanks for watching the Overwatch League recap. Tune in every day after the matches to catch up on what you missed. You can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter. Those links are listed below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and from our house to yours, keep it here at the Game House for all your sports and esports needs.